It's the only time he could play.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. They go here with a former Lion, it's DeAndre Swift, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You talk about this Lions defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Up.
At the 44-yard line.
Hey, alert 33. Hurry.
Mayfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aleem McNeil in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Kings. Run.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Addison will go in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. That's taken on the 25. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Now he's free at the 35. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there for Detroit. 56 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll go again with Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Baker changing the play at the line.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Real. Hey, alert! Watch one.
2nd down, Mayfield. And it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Room here to run. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. That's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here's Goff. This will be caught at about the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
Got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Right side.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Now a 2nd and 10. Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. St. Brown motioning left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Goff throwing again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Goff now looking to throw. Into space at the 45. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
St. Brown. A gain of 13 yards. And the Lions first down.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Let's go.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's
Run.
now 3rd down.
Mayfield now. That went behind his man, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
We're good.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Vikings nothing. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Now Goff on first down. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. That's down the field for Jefferson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Vikings nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Play action. It's Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 24. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 25th touchdown. tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.